Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. I guess I'll have to adjust the microphone. That way we can go that as such. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Maybe a little bit lower. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Be a little bit lower. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. I guess I can turn up just a smidge. There we go. Testing, I am talking. Talking. Testing, I am talking. Talking. Let me open up this. Remind me later. Okay. Let's see. I think I like 56 decibels. Testing, testing. 56 decibels. Testing, testing. Okay, I think I like it. So let's not worry about that for now and just go here and type this down, as well as get the usual emotes up. If I could find the right ones. There we go. And that one. So hide that and enter. I guess while I'm doing this, I might as well find the link to the live stream, my channel. Go here. Go here. There we go. Okay. Oh, I probably should have. Let me see. Settings. Yeah, that's okay. I'll update the description for this live stream in a little bit because I just typed down in Discord that if you're just tuning in, heavy spoilers. Well, maybe not heavy spoilers. It's possible that I'll show spoilers. So I'll go ahead and close this and reopen this. Can I edit this? I can't. Whoops. Yeah, it's okay. I could just do this. Right. Let me see. All right. Things look good here. I guess let's go ahead and listen to some music while we're at it, as well as test a few audio options here. Uh, Too bad I don't have music for Eternal Sonata. Hmm. Let's do something a little bit different. Let's see. How long is this track? Okay. Let's see. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing again. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Sounds good. So. I guess it's as good a time as any to start the stream off. All right. Take my headset off because I will show a sneak peek of a video I'm working on in a little bit. But first, if you've just tuned in, hello. My name is Ian, and welcome to another Hangout stream after not doing such a one in quite a long while since I've been heavily focused on video production on the current Let's Play that's being released on my channel, Eternal Sonata, which, if you've saw on my post notifications tab, you'll know that I have beaten this game. Specifically, I've beaten this last Saturday, and oh boy. I posted a photo too of me holding down the game and having a hammer next to it. I've got a lot to say about this game. Because, spoiler alert, I do not like Eternal Sonata. Oh, well, before I focus on the negatives of this game, there are quite a few positives. For example, the game introduces many characters, and the majority of them are interesting and are likable. I do have personal favorites, Falsetto and Viola being a couple that I can think of. And thankfully, their designs are so distinct that you can tell them apart. So if you were to ask me who's let's see, who's Beat, I would point to you who Beat is. Who's Allegretto, I would point to you who Allegretto is. And let's see. Graphically, the game does look good, even though, I mean, the places where, no pun intended, it truly shines is when you are visiting villages or castle towns or any town in general. That's where the game shines the most. As for traversing from area to area, it really just depends on the geography. Open fields, you can only do so much with, like if it's barren. Aside from what's beside the path leading from point A to point B, not a whole lot is within that type of landscape. So yeah. And let's see what else. I was going to mention a few details concerning the story, but after doing some thinking and viewing the game's ending again on the soon to be released episode, which won't be until, I want to say, 3 to 4 weeks at most. It depends on what goes on behind the scenes. I am going to be a little bit busy this week, so I'm probably not going to be delving into deep production with my next Let's Play, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. But let's see. What was I just talking about? Let's see, I discussed the characters, the graphics. I guess the next thing to talk about is music, which, if you know the story of Eternal Sonata, it's about a Polish composer, Frederick Chopin, who's lying on his deathbed, and the world of Eternal Sonata is his dream. So he's playing through his dream, which is an interesting concept. Oh, okay, now I remember. After viewing the game's ending, like, I had a few questions here and there in the story, and after thinking about it, when I saw the ending and give it a day or two to process it, some parts of it started to make sense in my head. So I'm thinking, okay, so the story in and of itself is okay at the moment. Although there were a few cutscenes where I questioned the very actions of some characters, which you'll see much, much later. Oh boy. And as far as positives go, unfortunately, that's it. Okay. Going back to music. Some of Frederick Chopin's work is in this game, and many of them I have heard before, some I haven't. And when I heard them, I'm like, yeah. After hearing a few of his work deep into the game, I'm like, I'm actually becoming a fan of his work. So yeah, I dig his work. The rest of the soundtrack, unfortunately, is pretty unmemorable. Aside from maybe one or two locations in the game, um, I can't remember a single music piece this game presented to me. Um, and I am familiar with the composer of this work, Motoi Sakuraba. I mean, I've played nearly every Star Ocean game. I've played quite a handful of Tales games, and he's done extensive work creating the soundtracks for those games, and many of them have memorable pieces, except for Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness. And yet, I can't recall a single music piece he made in this game. I can remember A Go Go Forest. Um, what else? I guess I can remember Chorus Plains. Uh, but apart from those, I can't really recall what the other music sounds like. And then it dawned on me. Um, I told my brother, uh, um, since he's a musician, I told him the various names of these places as well as the characters. They're named after music notes. If they have proper names, let me know since I'm musically illiterate. Um, but I told him an example. I'm like, we've got the first two places, the village called Tenuto and the town of Retardando. And yeah, he hates puns, but I kind of I actually do like the fact that every location in this game is named after something that exists here. And then it dawned on me about the soundtrack. Like, for example, about a month ago I released a behind the scenes hangout stream level grinding in a place within Eternal Sonata called the Wa Lava Caves. Um, I mentioned to him the name and I asked him what even is a wah, and he told me I think it's a type of guitar strumming technique, and I'm like, okay. And it dawned on me, I don't hear any of that in whatever music is played when combing through the Wa Lava Caves. I'm like, that's kind of a missed opportunity. I mean, imagine, let's see, going to Chorus Plains, and I think I would have loved to hear some type of chorus. I mean, the music is fine, but it's very hard to explain. I'm trying to think of another example, but um, oof. Yeah, I don't think even if I were to know a certain thing or two about music pieces and sounds, I don't think a single town or locations their names are represented well through the music being played. So that's kind of a missed opportunity now that I think about it. And I'm all like, great, I'm a little annoyed. Uh, so yeah, how forgettable is the soundtrack? Infinite Undiscovery had a much memorable soundtrack. I remember quite a few cues in that game. Yeah, that's kind of shocking. And let's see. Now we get into the biggest downside I have ever experienced, and is its gameplay, which at first I did like. It's a mix between turn-based action and tactics, which seemed fine at first. I was getting quite used to it. And then the game introduced me to party levels, which after fighting a specific boss, your party level goes from 1 to 2. It goes up to level 6, but in order to reach level 6, you have to enter a bonus dungeon, which I'm never going to do, and I'm getting way too ahead of myself. But, I mean, the first few level ups weren't that bad, but, um, I mean, they got, like, they kept reducing my time and all that. So I mean, I guess at the very end of the day, it didn't really matter much considering I keep moving whenever it's my turn. So, I mean, Um, think. Yeah, I stressed every time my party levels up. And let's see. The enemy variety isn't much, which all things to be fair, maybe speaking of music, I'm not sure if you could hear it, but the ice cream man is just driving down the street. But anyways, I would complain about the very small enemy variety, but to be fair, I guess it's thanks to that low enemy variety that I can remember how to beat them the next time I see them. But a little bit of variety would have been nice. Can you hear that? You know, the first time I heard that, I thought it was a knockoff Pac-Man theme. But anyways, back to gameplay. So yeah, enemy variety, not all that much, and the game has a guard mechanic, which if you time it correctly, it won't get rid of damage. It reduces damage, but the damage isn't great enough to where it won't be much of a concern. Sometimes, in fact, I might as well bring out my PlayStation 3 controller as an example. But for some enemies, they attack so quick that as soon as the attack lands, then the game prompts you to press the circle button. And by the time you press the circle button, the enemy might have that move might have landed a hit on you, so it might be a little bit too late. I guess it doesn't help the fact that, yeah, this is an official Sony controller. It says so everywhere. Even the circuit board inside is official. And there is kind of an input delay. I remember inputting the guard command before the prompt tells me to press it, and it still registered. So I guess if you know, when the enemy is about to attack, at least there's that muscle memory for you. But where it falls down completely is when I'm versing bosses, since they attack quick, and sometimes their first moves is a set of combos, and you know it's your first time fighting them, and it can get pretty overwhelming. And sometimes one set of combos that they land on you can kill you outright. So yeah, quite a few bosses in the game wasn't fun to fight at all. And yeah, it got to the point where the second to final fight in the entire game pretty much cemented my opinion on the game overall, which uh, tune into that whenever that episode comes up. So, I mean, the idea of the gameplay seemed good at first, but after a while, once enemies started to, oh, this is the worst. I mean, I know I've been doing this in the game proper, but I go behind the enemy and attack them. I go behind them and I attack them to get easy hit point decrease, and bosses tend to do the same thing for me. And yeah, sometimes they do it consecutively. So even if you turn around and attack them, then they'll keep doing that. And heaven help you if you end up if you have three characters in one enemy's line of sight and he does an area of effect move, and that hurts everyone. The worst is when like say I'm facing towards two other characters and the boss is behind me, and since he's behind me, I can't press my guard button because of it. But what about the other characters that are facing towards him? Why can't they guard? I felt like quite a few instances where the other characters could have survived if they themselves could guard, but they can't because the enemy is targeting me. So I don't know. And I mean, once your party level increases, list, your item shortcut list increases its point value. And even though it increases, unfortunately, the better healing items you get later in the game costs a lot of points. So even though you have a lot of room in your shortcut list, you're not going to have a lot of items in there. And I guess one more point to one negative point about this game is its level design. When it comes to traversing certain dungeons, many of them are not well designed. Very narrow hallways, and you can't really run past enemies, especially when they block your path. So, and even if you level up high enough to where you know you can kill some enemies in less than a few hits, they still run after you on the field. That doesn't make any sense. They should run away from you because you're that powerful. After a while, the gameplay became monotonous to the point where I stopped fighting a certain number of enemies just to proceed on with the episode, unless I'm forced to level grind in that one stream I did a month back. And I did level grind a few times in between episodes, so sometimes even within the same episodes, quite a few episodes I had to take a few breathers and had to level grind a few times just to make that episode. That's ridiculous. So yeah, I guess it's a good thing that I stopped live streaming for a while just so I could work on video production, because this game took a lot of work. And I mean a lot of work. Those episodes, the majority of them were not fun to make. Ugh. I really wanted to like this game, and unfortunately I didn't. And since I can't read music sheets, the score piece minigame was pretty much useless for me. So yeah. And unfortunately, this was another game along with Tales of the Abyss that was recommended from an old friend of mine back then. On the off chance you're watching this, Nestor, thank you for recommending this, but unfortunately, this game isn't for me. I really wished it was, but unfortunately, the things that irritated me in the game were way more than I thought. Man. And I heard that the PlayStation 3 version was made harder on purpose in comparison to the original Xbox 360 release. Like, you don't gain a lot of EXP. Getting an A rank picture is hard, and you don't get a lot of money from those pictures, as well as enemies. Enemies, AI, the AI of the enemies has been changed to make them harder. It's just, I think I noticed an unbalance issue throughout the game where some bosses were good, but others were not, despite the fact how well prepared I am. I could think of a few boss fights where I'm all like, this is a perfect example of how a boss fight should be. Because compared to the other bosses that gave me trouble, yeah, man, yeah, I did not like this game at all. And it didn't help much that there were audio issues consistently in battles, and I think I might know why. The HDMI splitter I've used throughout the entirety of that Let's Play, the Expert Power one. I mentioned in that video I made a while back that, it's HDMI version 1.3, and I said it was irrelevant because it still bypasses the high definition copy protection of the PlayStation 3. Well, I guess just because it can bypass it doesn't mean it's compatible enough. So I tried switching HDMI cables. That didn't work. I still got the audio issues. So yeah, I won't be using this the next time I play a PlayStation 3 game. So within episode 19's creation, I ended up buying a new HDMI splitter altogether, and I made sure that it is HDCP 1.4 compliant, which is what it says right there. Yeah, this is from MT Vicky. They are a reputable company on eBay. I got this on eBay. And I am going to test out a few games on the PlayStation 3 with this thing to see if it actually works. And I guess I'll test out Eternal Sonata since that's the one that had the most problems so far. So, yeah. This is what I'll be using, hopefully. And oh, here's another thing that annoys me. I don't know why I expected this game to have a theater mode since I did like the majority of the cutscenes in that game. Some of them are very, very long. In fact, one episode, half of it comprises nothing but cutscenes. And yet, this game doesn't have a theater mode. And you know what's even funnier? I 100%ed Spyro Ripto's Rage recently. And after 100%ing it, you are gifted a theater mode. A platformer made for children, released on the original PlayStation back in 1999, has a theater mode, but not this game? What sense does that make? What? Ugh. But yeah. I'm actually kind of sad that I don't like this game. Man. So, yeah. And as you know, after all the episodes will be released, I will be releasing Zian Plays Chrono Cross. I really hope this is a good game. If it's not a good game just like its predecessor, I'm going to be so upset. Then again, I shouldn't say Chrono Trigger is bad, but that game itself has a lot of noticeable flaws. But I mean, I've heard Chrono Trigger purists don't like Chrono Cross, but people who haven't played Chrono Trigger love Chrono Cross. So I get the feeling I possibly might like Chrono Cross. So I'll get that working. I'll get into my production for this Let's Play series. However, before that, I'm in the process of making a video, and that involves a demonstration on how to record off of the Roxio Game Capture HD Pro, should you have one right now. And I'm actually going to show a sneak peek as to what it looks like. I'll show you a sneak peek as to what the video will be. So let's switch to a laptop and actually get rid of. Yeah, let's get rid of face cam. I'm getting rid of face cam. There we go. And let's go ahead and open up DaVinci Resolve on camera projects. Put on my headset. And I'm going to show just up to here. So here's a little sneak peek. Roxio Game Capture, my old friend. The Roxio Game Capture HD Pro. It's definitely one of those capture cards where I considered using as my primary capture card before I changed to the Hapag HD PVR. But I have my reasons, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Now, I bought this back in 2012 for $200. And when you buy this capture card, it comes with, obviously, the capture card itself, a USB cable, a quick start guide, and an installation disc, which if you have a DVD reader, like I do, I would recommend installing this. After which I would go to the support page off of Roxio's main website, go to software updates, find GameCap HD Pro, and get download service pack 2.0. And this is my favorite part. You must own a valid copy, which, yeah. And you must be a registered user. You do not need to be a registered user. Just go ahead and download as such. And there you go. Once you have it downloaded, go ahead and double click it and install this into your computer. And when you get this capture card, this is what it looks like from the top side and the front. We have an input for HDMI, component video, and stereo audio. And on the back, we have outputs for HDMI, component video, stereo audio, and USB. Simple and to the point, so let's go ahead and get this demonstration started. And that's pretty much all I'll show you for now, since I am missing a few details about this video. I failed to hold on, let's go back. There we go. I failed to properly switch between HDMI and component video input in regards to the resolution. I accidentally kept it in 1080p for the PlayStation 2, even though you're supposed to switch the resolution before you hit the record button. When you miss that step, the software bugs out and it stops working. Yeah. So yeah, as soon as I get that video done and after all the episodes for Eternal Sonata are released, I'll release this video. In fact, I guess I might as well show you this. I guess I'll show you the thumbnail of. I'll show you the thumbnail of the video, which is this one. But yeah. In fact, if I get the stream done, if I do get the stream done early, then I'll go ahead and work on that little snippet. So, yeah. Man. And since I'm done playing Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, I'm in my spare time playing Rayman 2 The Great Escape, which I'm familiar with the PC version of the game, and I'm able to recognize certain locations and know that some of them have a drop in quality and they're missing a few things. So it's kind of a compromised version, but I'm able to play it fine. Yeah. And my brother is talking. He is a very loud fool. But, yeah. How long have I been going? 41 minutes. That's it? Man. I mean, I did expect this to be that long, but I thought I was going to explain a lot to what I don't like about Eternal Sonata. I wonder if there's anything else I don't like about it. Yeah. I guess that's it. Huh. Oh, I guess one more thing to mention. In the last few episodes I've made recently, which again won't be released until maybe 3 to 4 weeks from now, I've had issues with Audacity. It wouldn't record my microphone for some reason, even though it's plugged in, and it didn't make a disconnecting noise. I think Audacity is having trouble, so if it keeps continuing to have trouble, I may have to either downgrade to a older version or find a replacement for it altogether. Because quite a few times in the final gameplay episode, the audio, my commentary audio got disconnected. So yeah, I don't want that to happen again while I'm playing Chrono Cross. So, yeah. And I kind of want to do something as a little bit of a surprise after Chrono Cross. Should I get it? Well, it's up there. But, sometime last year I live streamed myself playing Dark Cloud. to get a second opinion, and it turns out it's a little bit better than I remembered. I didn't like it initially, but now I like it a little bit better now. So I was wondering if I should do a live stream series of me playing Dark Cloud 2 just to see if that's a good game. Yeah, I haven't done. Yeah. I initially wanted to keep doing a live stream series, a zine streams series after Dark Cloud, but thanks to internet connection, I couldn't really do that, much less any live stream for that matter. But we have since switched internet providers, and it's actually doing pretty good right now. I haven't missed, yeah, I haven't been disconnected whatsoever. I mean, the last live stream I did, unfortunately, no, the last two live streams I did, for some reason, even though the stream itself played fine, the chat box disconnected itself for some reason. I have no idea why. And unfortunately, sorry, Amanda, if you watch this later. Um, I failed to realize that you were in the chat box while I was working on that stream. So if you watch this later, I'm terribly sorry. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Quite a few things happened in between um, Final Fantasy IX and Eternal Sonata. I had to seek a little bit of help just to um, get my mind focused. And after that little help, I thought to myself, I think I'm doing perfectly good. So I decided that I can do things on my own. And I think I've um, made that decision a little bit too quick, because almost immediately afterwards, I haven't really been doing well emotionally. And it wasn't until recently that I had a revelation. And once I realized that, it all started to make sense. So thankfully, I talked with someone I trust. So they know what I'm going through. And thanks to that, I got a little bit of motivation to keep Let's Playing, because, truth be told, a part of me wanted to quit after. A part of me wanted to quit after the next Let's Play due to lack of motivation and not feeling fulfilled. So, yeah. I mean, I can't wait to play Chrono Cross. I tried playing it a couple years back, but thanks to uh, the disc reader in the original PlayStation, it wouldn't load after the first tutorial boss. So since I am actually going to deep clean that PlayStation before I start this Let's Play off. So yeah. And I guess I should bring this up since it's been a hot minute, but and YouTube, you are as glitchy as ever. Why? Let's see. All right, I guess I can bring this up. Let's see. Okay. Oh, maybe I should close the chats box too. So, there we go. Nope, not that. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, I wanted to point this out quite a while ago once I hit 150, but now I've gained two in the past week, so 153 subs. Thanks. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I guess if nothing, I guess that's it. It's not a long live stream. Oh well. Yeah, I know some of you are probably busy with other things right now, so yeah, I hope life is treating you well, and hopefully you're doing okay out there. And if you tuned into this live stream later, thank you for watching and listening to my rants, seeing what else that I'm doing. But yeah, I guess that's it. Maybe I should do a maybe I should do a live streams series of me playing Dark Cloud 2 after Chrono Cross. But we'll see. We'll see. And I guess I'll put the chat away since I can't think of anything else to do after all this, so yeah. Well, if you've tuned in later on and watched this, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please do what you must. It'll help me out a lot. And as always, I'm not sure if I'll do a behind the scenes on how I edit original PlayStation games, since apart from changing the um, center picture of the gameplay footage, I can't really think of anything else to change about my Let's Play of Final Fantasy IX, so the same could apply to my Let's Play of Chrono Cross, my upcoming Let's Play of Chrono Cross, so yeah. And I guess I should say the same thing with the new HDMI splitter that I have. Just follow the one, if you get the MT Vicky version, just follow the directions, just like the video I made concerning the expert power version, and there you go. But just in case, one more check. Okay. Well, if nothing else, that's it. Tune in to my new episodes of Eternal Sonata until it's finished. Expect it to not be a happy ending, so yeah. I will say this, in the final gameplay episode, it is the first time I have yelled in a long time concerning a video game I'm playing, so yeah. Expect that, so that's it. My name is Ian RPG. Take care of yourselves out there, stay safe, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.